What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Traffic in the Slot, a little bit of a get to know your hosts episode. We're going to answer some general questions we had from that wonderful post. Thank you again, True Avalanche fans. We appreciate all your continued watching. How you guys doing today?
We're
I'm
doing good.
fantastic. It's finally the weekend.
Yeah.
Been a craptastic week, but that's all good. We're here doing this now. Great.
Gotta love when you work for a megacorp, right?
Yeah.
In Umbrella, we trust.
I saw an umbrella vehicle on the way to school or on the way to work to school. Ugh. On the way to work today.
School. Do you have one of those weird dreams again where you thought you were late to class?
No, actually, I feel like every day at work is like kindergarten. So, you know.
Yeah. I feel like a
But
teacher's
yeah,
aide
so
at school. Work every day.
Mhm.
so today we're
So
we're
you're
we're we're gonna get to know everyone here. The group asked a lot of clarifying questions on what we how we met and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna answer those questions. You guys get to learn who we are and about how Traffic in the Slots name came about because it's kind of a fun story. So who wants to lead off with the let's get to know each other stuff? The first question was how do we know each other and how were we introduced to hockey?
Well, I'll go ahead and take that first one real quick because it kind of kills two birds with one stone. So this entire situation came about from the Navy. If we're gonna be honest. I was born out in Connecticut, and my dad got stationed down in southern Georgia. The day we moved in to our new house, I walked down the street to the end cul-de-sac and ran into this Yahoo, allegedly, with his wonderful hat. We've been friends ever since. That was 30 plus years ago now.
Yeah, we were what, 6?
Yeah, five or
Yeah.
six. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
My father also
The
in the Navy, so that's how
yes.
we ended up there.
My
And
grandfather in the
yeah,
Navy too.
Oh yeah. Gotta appreciate the Navy for that.
And my whole family's been in the armed forces except for me, so and my son.
Dang.
Everyone else has been there.
Yeah, I'm
so
good on that life.
mm, how I was introduced to hockey, because obviously that's how I met Hodge, but how I met Paul was through the True Avalanche group. So
Yep.
woohoo! And
Great, great.
how I was introduced to hockey was when I was, I don't know, 10, 12, somewhere around there. We were big
Like
into
98.
something like that. We were big into the Monday Night Wrestling, the WCW, WWE Wars or whatever, the Monday Night Wars. And one night it wasn't on for whatever reason. I think it was like a State of the Union address or the World Series game, something like that. It just wasn't on. They had something else going on. And so my dad flipped through the channels and he was like, "We can watch baseball." And I was like, "No, I'm gonna go do something else." He was like, "Hold on." And then he found hockey. And it was a Colorado Avalanche game. I want to say they were playing the Red Wings, but I cannot remember. But he was like, "You ever watch hockey?" No, no, I've never watched it. Started watching it, and I've been hooked ever since. Got the NHL 99 and 64 game.
Yeah.
And I think, is that how you got introduced to hockey? Was when I got into it, and then we just both started playing that
Yeah.
game
I
forever.
think we were both I think we were both there when the game was on.
Oh, okay.
Cause yeah, it
That's cool.
was just one of those weird nights. Cause I remember like I think we only like watched or I was able to watch like the first period before I had to go back home.
It's like falling in love with the
Ah.
same woman at the same time.
No, we never
That's
did that,
impossible.
so that's
That
good.
was a
And you're still
fucking
friends. That's cool.
yeah, but I want to say back in the 90s, kids, yeah, you didn't get to just pick whatever you wanted to watch. You had
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
stuck by the channels deciding what you were gonna watch.
And
Yeah.
not in HD either.
No.
Oh no.
It was in
Hockey was not a
color.
pretty
It
game
wasn't
back
in
then.
HD.
No, it was not. It was
Very
a
hard to follow.
very, very difficult game to follow. Glad I got
the-
introduced with my child eyes. I could actually still pay attention to
On the
the puck.
boob tubes, the
Yeah,
TVs that had the big back like this, and
TV that could kill you at 5
yeah,
years old.
24-inch TVs
Yeah.
were like the 75 inches today, dude.
Yeah,
couldn't-
exactly. Well, like
Couldn't make them any
75
bigger.
back in the day.
hmm Right? Yeah, that's
Well,
cool.
Yeah. What about you, Paul?
I was basically born into sports, man. Like my whole family were from Long Island, and grew up watching the New York Islanders play Nassau Coliseum. That's when Mike Bossy, Bill Smith, Dennis Poffin, Brian Trache, Bart Gillies, Bobby Nystrom. It was awesome. And but I was 4. I went to my first game. I don't remember it obviously, but my father had season tickets from his boss, and we sat right next to their locker room, and they'd watch them come in. I do remember. Be honest with you, I do remember like one, memory in my head of seeing like all the players come out. I remember seeing that. Believe it or
Mhm.
not, I was like 5 or 6, maybe 7 years old at the time. But
Heck yeah.
we were watching the Islanders, and they won 4 Stanley Cups in a row, dude. And it was, I was way too young to be celebrating and stuff, but my family definitely did. And then I became an Avalanche fan. I was a Quebec Nordiques fan before that. I was actually when I lived, I really didn't really have like a favorite team. I just loved hockey in general. Like,
Mhm.
believe it or not, I like the Red Wings and the Avalanche at the same time. I don't know how that happens, but I guess I grew up
Being a fan of the sport, not a fan of a
yeah,
team.
I was just like a fan of the sport. Like I really loved like a lot of like so many players was so good by it. I grew up watching Wayne Gretzky,
Yeah,
I mean, I saw
Yeah.
Joe Sakic in his rookie game on TV.
right.
Adam Foote, and Peter Forsberg, and I saw the Eric Lindros whole thing go down, at the
Right.
draft. So I don't remember it, but I was, my parents like you were watching, I don't remember it, but you were watching. But yeah, I've been playing hockey ever since really I was like 4 or 5 years old. Just playing
Yeah.
street hockey, high school, um, roller hockey, playing out in the street. I was telling you guys, our boards were like the actual neighbors' cars parked along the street, and no
Yeah.
one gave a shit. We just
Back-
throw the ball against. No one cared. Everyone
Back
had
in the day,
old,
You had a reinforced steel.
Yeah, and then when
Well,
the car came down there, you had to pick up the nets and move them over and bring them back in.
Game
Oh, I
off.
rem-
Yeah,
Game on.
I remember when we
um,
used to use people's cars in the neighborhoods as frisbee golf targets.
I never did that, but that sounds like fun.
They weren't fans of that.
No, they weren't.
Shit. Yeah, that's how. I mean, I've been loving hockey my whole life, man. I mean, my family's all sports though: baseball, football. Not really much basketball. I'll be honest with you. It was mainly hockey and baseball, like the 2 major sports in my house. And
Mhm.
growing up like in the islands, and I went to an Islander game when they played Quebec Nordiques, and the Nordiques like destroyed them like 9-1 or 9-0. I was like, these guys are good. And I love their jerseys too at the same time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I watched it ever since, and then I've always been a Denver Broncos fan. You see I've always been a Broncos fan, and then when the Rockies moved, I'm like, cool. Now I have a baseball team I can root for. It's from Colorado, I guess. I'll just stick with the Colorado teams,
Sorry.
and then the Avalanche came around. So I
There
didn't
you
watch
go.
basketball, so the Denver Nuggets were nothing to me really. I didn't care about basketball, but yeah, baseball and hockey were like the 2 major sports. Football was good, but it wasn't as big of those 2. But hockey was the big hockey. My parents like forced me to play, like put me on skates, like fuck out there, make us some money. And that
Getting
never
out of
happened.
diapers, time to get
Yeah.
skates.
Yep, I fell on my ass. I didn't feel anything, but it was fun.
Yeah.
I remember growing up playing like the little junior hockey stuff and everything, getting lessons and everything like that, learning how to skate, and that was pretty. I actually coached a couple of little minor teams, and like the little kids, they're cute, dude. When they're trying to skate, they just like they have the puck and they just keep on going. They
Yeah.
don't stop. They
Just
go
like
into the
soccer.
goalie, into the net, everything. It's funny as hell. It was fun. I also did referee. I refereed roller hockey games, like for the state of Florida.
Nice.
I went up
Oh,
to
that's cool.
Ocala. They had a tournament up there. I did some reffing. Never want to do that. It's hard, dude.
Like to be
Reffing's hard.
hated by everybody.
Oh my god, dude! I got
Yeah.
So much hate.
I feel bad for the
Poor
referees in NHL,
and
but
a
if you can
loveless
control
job.
yourself, if you can control yourself like I can, not yell back and stuff like that, you make the coaches look like fucking
Yeah.
idiots. Like, they're just
Yeah.
sitting there yelling. You're just like,
Thanks, guys.
that's
Yep.
it.
So
Yep.
Still going to the box.
so let's get to the next question. What's our favorite position in hockey, and who did we look up to when we were young and up and coming hockey players, and why? I'll run with this real quick. I was not ever a young and up and coming hockey player. I just liked. Oh no. Ah! I just liked. I liked hockey, the sport. I mean, I grew up in the South, nearly all. I grew up definitely deep South most of my life. I was born in Washington State, but I didn't live there very long.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So,
What part of Washington?
Bremerton.
Okay.
I thought that was interesting because my dad's family was all from Washington.
So the players I liked the most growing up were the ones that did all the cool things with the pucks, or were like my favorite Av of all time is Chris Drury, and it's just because of how clutch of a playoff performer he really was, because he had some clutch goals, and then after that, like I can name all the greats in Colorado history. LOC is my favorite current player, and the I mean, like watching Pavel Datsyuk play is one of the coolest things ever. But my favorite position probably winger. Winger, I'd go winger.
Hmm.
That's what I play as in NHL 26. But yeah,
Your
that's
pro,
what I got there.
the be a pro mode.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
Other defenseman's been
as-
kind of fun too.
defenseman is fun to play.
More
But
ice time.
yeah, as it's not really much of a secret if you've watched any of our previous episodes at this rate, but my favorite position by far has always been goaltender.
It's a netminder.
Dude, I love it. I love it. Like the whole game rests on your shoulders.
Tending the
that pressure.
twine.
Fucking go. It's my I mean, watching Patrick Waugh first and foremost, like basically a pioneer of the modern goaltending like styles and everything, between him and Hasek with his flailing like a dying fish.
Yeah, Hasek was
even
fun.
Brodeur was phenomenal.
Yeah, Bordeaux was really good.
Like all the guys that we're watching: Khabibulin, Nikolai Khabibulin, Evgeny Nabokov, John Sebastian Jaguar,
Mika Kiprasov.
Kiprasov, Fleury.
Oh yeah, from Calgary, right? You talking about from Calgary?
Yeah, Mika
Kiprasov,
Kiprasov.
that guy was
when it was
bad.
what was it the Stanley Cup series with Calgary when they had
Tampa.
Kiprasov and
Yeah.
Jerome Iginla.
Yep, and Dion Phaneuf.
Yeah, I love that series. That was such a great series. But yeah,
I remember that. 2004.
like I said, just Patty Waugh. And then I'd say probably after that it would have to be defenseman, because I also was a huge fan of Ray Bork as a
Who's
child.
your favorite goalie right now in the league?
Favorite goalie in the league
Yeah.
right now? Ooh, that's a hard one.
Or one that you like to watch, like just to watch.
So I got to go back to Calgary with Dustin Wolf.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
got
think
an
he's
answer
going to
for
be
this one.
phenomenal. I think I feel bad that he's stuck in Calgary, and I hope Calgary can get their shit turned around,
Mhm.
because he's going to be such a good goaltender.
Yeah, he is.
But we'll see what's going to happen with that. What'd you got, Connor? You said you got a.
I think I'd
response for
have to
that?
go with Lucas de Staal out of Anaheim. Although I think he's going to have a bad year this year because his defense just got shredded in free agency.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Also looking forward to seeing how I can never remember his name off the top of my head. I don't know why,
team?
but San Jose's goaltender.
Askarov.
Yeah, Askarov. Yeah.
I was like, for whatever reason, my brain just goes like Akira, and I'm like, that's an anime. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I think
But
the
yeah,
goalie that
also-
I'm looking forward to watching this season is Dobish from Montreal.
Gobesh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Good call.
Gobesh is gonna be.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching them this year. I'm definitely going to watch some Montreal Canadiens this year. I can't believe I'm saying
Yeah,
it, but I am.
I think that's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
an answer for the next
It's
question.
going to be a team to watch.
So since
So
we got
you're a
there-
winger, you're a goalie. I
Yeah.
actually played center like my whole life
That's
of hockey.
awesome.
And if I didn't, if I played on the wing when I played in high school, my coach put me on right wing, but I told him uh, I want to be on left wing. I want to be like an off wing because first off, I write with my left hand, but I do everything else right handed. So
Mhm.
for some reason, I like being, I had like I did also like the Nathan McKinnon thing. Like you'll skate into the corner
Mhm.
and you stop as you're skating like full speed. But now I'm on my forehand. I can give it to the front of the net or to the point. My backhand
Mhm.
was weak, So remember, we play with wooden sticks. We didn't have
Yeah.
the carbon fibers. We play with wooden sticks, and they
Didn't have that
break.
gift to
They
'em
break.
like carbon fiber ones
I, I,
now.
I, I bought okay. I bought this. There was a stick. It was the name of the brand. I'll never forget. It was Montreal. That was the name of the brand. It was the highest rated stick at the time. I think it was like $35. 1992,
That's like a $300 gift.
1993. It was like $35. My mom's like, "Are you crazy?" It was like $10 sticks for Coho, and
Nope.
so
Sherwood.
yeah, Sherwood exactly. So I got this $35-$40 stick, and I'm like, "Mom, it'll be fine. It'll be fine."
He broke it
I
immediately.
literally,
Birds.
I broke it during warm-ups, and it wasn't even from the puck. It wasn't even. It wasn't even from a puck. It got caught in the where the bench opens up, that little slot. I just
Yeah.
happened I was skating towards the bench, and the curve
The-
went right in, and I jumped over, and the whole thing just snapped in half. I didn't even take a shot with it. I was
That
just skating.
sucks.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I
That
never
does
got
suck.
one again.
Yeah.
But it was it was light
Your
as
mom was
hell.
probably like, no, never.
Yeah, but I've always played center, and I've always played left wing, like an off wing sniper kind of thing. That was my game. But if I had to pick, like when I play NHL, I pick center. It's just my natural position when I play and everything. I can play really any. I play defense in roller hockey, but I go with ice hockey. I like center or left wing being a right-handed shot.
We're one defenseman away from overtime team here.
Right? What's the next
Oh,
question?
yeah.
Who is
I like
our
these
favorite
questions.
team to watch when the Avs aren't playing?
When we're not watching the Avs.
Who's your
Besides
favorite
the Avs?
team to watch besides the Avs to watch?
Right now, currently?
Yeah.
Yes. We'll go with that.
Oh,
Like if
man.
you had
Or,
if
I
the
mean,
Avs weren't playing and
past
every
and
other
present.
team, if every other team was playing, who would you pick to watch?
I got it. The reason why I
Yep.
mean, you could probably say like Dallas for me, and it's not because I want them to win. I want to watch them to lose to see what they do. But I'm not picking. But it's
In the
picking a
playoffs, I'll watch
favorite
Dallas
team. It's
for
a
hate.
favorite team. Shit, man.
So
This year,
I can
I don't
answer
know.
this
Go
real
ahead.
quick.
You guys go.
Past, I got a past and present answer. So just real quick for the past, when we were first getting introduced to hockey, if the Avs weren't on, I loved watching the Lightning, especially in the early 2000s with LeCavalier, Brad Richards, St. Louis,
Yeah.
Poppy Bull, and all those guys. Yeah, like that was a fun freaking team to watch.
That was young
Um,
Tortorella too.
Yeah,
was
that's
young
true.
Torts.
Yeah,
That was
young
young
Torts.
Torts.
Oh yeah, he was real
Yeah.
young.
Yeah, it's the only Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I remember that. Shit.
But yeah, I was a huge fan of St. Louis just because he's a small guy and he was a monster. But currently, I'm kind of leaning towards Buffalo. I've always had a soft spot for Buffalo. Their jerseys were just the coolest jerseys growing up. I wish they would bring back their classic jerseys because they were just awesome. Their New Jerseys to me look like the Wyoming state flag, and it bothers me. But they're so much fun to watch. They're an interesting team. Surprisingly, not
Buffalo,
Montreal,
Wyoming.
even though St. Louis the coach. Yeah, Buffalo, exactly. That is a town in Wyoming, actually.
There's probably like 18 towns in Wyoming named after Buffalo.
It's probably true.
Yeah.
It's probably more than that. Buffalo was would probably be my past team.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm gonna refrain from saying Montreal. I think I might watch a whole bunch of Montreal this year. But usually
Mhm.
there's 3 teams that I really like to enjoy the most, and I think for this season upcoming, it's probably gonna be San Jose, but it's also been Anaheim and
fun.
Utah. They're just
Yeah.
fun. Utah is like a ball of chaos out on the ice. They're really good sometimes, and sometimes they're really bad, but it's always entertaining.
Right.
Anaheim, just with their young offensive flying thing they've got going on, has been awesome. And that San Jose, I thought Anaheim was going to do well last year and make the playoffs, and I thought San Jose would be a step away. I think Anaheim's going to step back this year, and San Jose is going to be that team that's going to push for the playoffs. And that Macklin Celebrini guy is just way too fun to watch. That's
Yeah.
probably going to
He's
be my
box
team.
office.
The only problem with that is that they play their home games on the. I can't stay up after an Avs game or I can't stay up every
Yeah.
night to watch the Avs and the San Jose Sharks play.
The
So
last half of the game of the Sharks. Yeah.
Yeah, that 3-hour time difference is a little brutal.
it's
Right.
rough. It's real rough.
I don't
What do
know.
you got,
Me, I
Paul?
would probably. I don't know. Like I could tell you, this year it will be the Canadian. It will be Montreal. We'll be watching games. To be honest, matters of fact, I'll probably watch almost every single game they play this year if they're not playing Avs time, an Avalanche time. But I guess you could probably. I mean, we just turn on the team, whatever's on TV, we watch. You know, I mean, we have the NHL package. We could watch any game, but you could probably maybe say New Jersey because my sister likes them, so I watch a lot. I like Jack Hughes.
I might pay a little more attention to New Jersey just to see which of the Hughes brothers gets injured this year.
And to be honest with you, Florida too. I mean, I live in Florida. I live in West Palm, South Florida, so we get the Florida games. So the Panthers are a fun team to watch when they're healthy. Last year I didn't watch too much of them, but when I'll watch them this year too. But as far as like the odd team, it would definitely. I think it's definitely going to be Montreal and San Jose.
So to piggyback into this, oftentimes I find myself watching their upcoming opponent.
That's
yes,
Smart.
A lot of
that's
times I'll be
basically-
like, "Oh,
yeah,
they play Columbus
I do that
tomorrow."
too.
Click. Let
Yeah.
me watch what they're doing.
I do that too.
So
We'll
A little
film
scouting.
room.
yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit of scouting.
I do that too. But I find myself like when I watch like games, like just randomly. That's mainly I forgot about that. You know, I just like, holy shit, they're playing Vancouver in a couple of days. Let's see who they have. You know, like what's going on with them. Teams that we don't pay attention to. You know, but I do watch. If there was like a percentage of like whose games I've watched more than the Avs, it's probably Dallas.
I can see
Boo.
that.
It's probably Dallas, Edmonton, because I like watching Connor McDavid, and Pittsburgh because of Crosby. I mean, I watch all those games, but I switch all over the place. But you know, in full, honestly, like it's probably the Dallas Stars channel that I watch more than the Avs channel. Second to Avs.
More?
Just to watch. No. Just to watch them to see how they do. I root against them. I root for the other team, but I like to watch them.
Keep up with the enemy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just the respect, respect. level. You got to completely respect those guys. They're a great hockey team. So
Do you
I
though?
mean-
I don't. Well, at least Jamie Benn. I don't respect anything.
I've been watching more of them since they got Rantanen. To be honest, that makes any
That's
sense.
fair.
And it's
Yeah.
not because I was never a
Mikko.
big Mikko fan. Everyone knows it in the Avalanche fan page. You guys know I was never a big Mikko fan. I loved him. When he got traded, I was like, cool. We got Natchez. I'll take that.
Me and Hodge had conversation after conversation
Called
about
that,
we called it.
3 years ago.
We called it like 3 weeks before it happened. We were talking about it and it was like, oh, they've got to re-sign Mikko. That was all the news and everything. That he's up for an extension. They're going to re-sign him. And I was like, they're going to trade him. I don't think they're going to.
Yep.
I think he's going to go. I think they're going to trade him. And I thought they were going to trade him, not because he wasn't good for the roster, but he was the prop. There were two things: Cale Makar's upcoming contract and his locker room presence. I don't think he's a good locker room guy. He's a hothead, and he looked miserable his last few months in Colorado. Miserable.
Mhm.
Even the year
So
before, we were talking about like the lazy Miko effect was just starting to take over more and more after the cup win. He's just pulling an Ovechkin, just sitting in the dot, like, all right, I'm here, and then take forever and a day to
yeah,
skate back to the bench and everything. Like it was just like, dude, what are you doing? You got
far too often he
putting the
looked
other
like he
team in
was
a power play, basically.
Yeah,
phoning
but
it in.
that's what I watch. I watched Dallas just
Mhm.
for like to see how Miko was doing, to see how that team's doing. I mean, but this year I could definitely tell you it's going to be Montreal out of all the rest of the team.
Yeah.
At least they're an Eastern. I picked an Eastern team I could watch at 7 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I
All right.
do. I
I'll
definitely
try to
do.
pick San. I'll try to watch San Jose games, but I'm with you, Connor. It's hard, dude. 10:30,
Dude,
can't do it.
I will say that's one of the nice things about being on Mountain Time is like I can wake up and watch, the East Coast games and kind of sneak in a little bit of the Pacific before going into work.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
But
I was thinking, I forgot that you work overnight. When you said wake up, I'm like, we wake up at 8 o'clock when we don't have
yeah,
games at that
I wake up
early.
at 3 in the afternoon usually.
Where do you live in Europe? You sure you live in Denver, dude?
Yeah, do not question where I'm from.
Oh shit.
he's up all night
Oh,
watching the
All right.
KHL games.
Yeah.
hey, that would be fun.
Next.
So
Maybe.
we're gonna
Yeah.
that's the majority of the get to know us questions, but I have a little
So-
story. Right. So some story time.
All right, story time.
To get to know us a little better, I'm gonna tell the story about how Traffic in the Slot got its name. This has been a work in progress for Hodge and I for what, 4-5
years
years
now.
now? Yeah, it's been something we've been
Yeah.
trying to do. We wanted to do
Since the
blog
22
posts
Cup.
and this. Yeah. Since shortly after the 22 Cup, 4 years, yeah. And
Yeah, I could actually vouch for that. I want to interrupt you 1 second. It's so funny that you brought that up today, Connor, because I accidentally hit, because I was on my phone. I accidentally hit like some of the other topics in our Discord chat, like at the
Mhm.
top, and I saw like
Uh-huh.
2023. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, these guys weren't kidding. I never went into those before, so I was like, holy crap, they were really trying this shit for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. We've been
So it started with, I was working nights at the time, and I was able to watch like every hockey game all night because
be right back.
they didn't enforce any rules at work.
Mhm.
And so the I was complaining about the Avs power play. Lo and behold, I was complaining about the Avs power play to Hodge, and I was explaining to him how we could, like, what the team could do to do better, like change the slingshot, do something else. This is what I would suggest. And I was X's and O's at him, and he was like, "Man, you should like coach hockey or something." I went, "Well, why don't we start a podcast?" And for the next year, we probably tossed around ideas, what to call it, blah blah blah. So the way that we talked, because he was living in either Florida or New York, and now Colorado, and he drives a truck for a living. So he was driving, and I was usually commuting to work. We would talk on the way. He was already driving. I would talk. I was on my way into work. We had about an hour. So we'd talk, and we were always, screaming at all the crappy traffic where we were. And, that's where we were like, we got to come up with something hockey themed. And I was like, can we record while we're driving? That'd probably be bad, wouldn't it? And I was like, if we did though, we'd catch all these things we say to the other drivers on the road, which a lot of it we would have to censor. But
Oh
but
yeah.
it ended up giving us, like, we stuck with the traffic, and we started putting names together, and I was like, Traffic in the Slot seems like a great idea. And then from there we came up with we got ideas for logos and different things. The logo we have now is just a simple little thing where it's a placeholder for now. But the story was pretty funny. Like, because we both drove, we got this traffic theme, because that's how it all originated. So that's the story about how
Talking about
Traffic in the
hockey and
Slot's name
traffic.
came about. Do what?
So talking about hockey and yelling at traffic,
Yeah, that's what it
saying
was.
some of the most heinous stuff YouTube would cancel us for.
Yeah, we definitely I had to repeatedly repeatedly be like, we can't say that when we do if we do a podcast. We cannot say those things.
It was so. To be fair, road rage has always kind of been an issue of mine.
I'm not surprised you don't. If you don't have it, dude, I would think there's something wrong with you.
It's why I work overnights.
We have any more questions, Connor?
All right, so that's the get to know you part. We got some general questions about the Avs. I guess we'll start at the top. How long do we think Landy's career will last? When's he going to retire? How long do you think he continues to play?
I was actually thinking about this. I didn't see any of these questions that we're going to get, so I was thinking about it. I think yesterday or this morning. I think he's going to play definitely for the remainder of his contract. He might even get another year after that.
How many years does he have left on his contract? 3?
3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That puts him at what, 37?
36.
35, 36, yeah.
Yeah, he's 33 right now. I just looked it up because I was
it wouldn't surprise me if he retired and maybe did something with the Avalanche, maybe go behind the bench. That would be sweet. I talked about that last podcast, Connor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that'd be a great.
Having Landy as I hope Bednar stays our coach, and then the next coach is Landeskog. That would be like my ultimate thing. But I'll just say the 3 years. I think that's fair. He's 33 now. He'll be 35, 36 whenever his birthday is, and then a contract. And it wouldn't surprise me if he signed like another year for like $1 million or $2 million. You know, well, the cap will be higher. Like the $1 million might be the $3 million that time, 3 or 4 million for 1 year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me either way. But I think he's just going to play until he just doesn't want to play anymore, dude. I think his knee is completely fine. I think there's nothing wrong with his knee whatsoever. So,
no. I think this is a really interesting question because of the implications of the 3 years off that he had. I think that gave him a little bit more longevity. Yeah, it took those 3 years away when he was kind of in his prime years.
Completely agree. I was going to say that too, but completely.
But you got to think too, like that was also 3 years without the grueling wear and tear of an 82 game season.
And he wasn't just out. He was rehabbing.
Yeah,
exactly.
Meticulously. He kept up with his body.
Yeah.
He didn't, he was working. So his body, the rest of his body was in tip-top shape.
26-year-old back.
Yep.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if he finishes out this contract and then does 2 more 1-year contracts to end it out at about 5 years.
Totally fair.
Just to finish, probably what will happen, like what we talked about in the last episode, right, is he'll end his career at the end of Cale Makar's extension or next contract. Somewhere around that. And then sense. That's where we'll see Makar take over the C.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Seems poetic.
Yeah, it definitely is. I like that.
What do you got, Connor? What do you think?
I would say 5 years. That was exactly where my mind went. Will Burns retire after this season?
I think so.
I don't know.
Especially if he wins a cup. I think he's...
Yeah, if he wins a cup, he's gone. I
theory.
Easily.
Yeah. Right off into the sunset. You got the record and you got the cup.
Hold on. I got to pull up a name real quick.
He's 56 years old, dude.
42. That's what I thought. Yeah. I was right about the name. I just wanted to verify. I don't want another Werenski reel going or or the Jack Hughes incident from last episode.
That was great.
No, I feel like here's a weird thing, right? It's just a crazy theory I had because I saw a reel talking about Gordie Howe, right, and how he played forever. Like the dude, I think, finally stopped playing hockey at like 60 or some crazy number like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if after he secures the Ironman record, that his next thing will be, can I beat Gordie Howe's longevity and continue to play in the NHL well into my 50s? I don't know if that's even a possibility in today's NHL, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to hit that next milestone.
Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys think when Brett Burns, he breaks the record, He's the all-time
Mm.
Iron Man.
Mm.
Do you think, like, Bedsy's probably gonna come to him, right? And probably say, "Hey, do you wanna rest? Now that you
Yeah,
broke the record, you got it." It's
I
probably
think
not
he's
gonna be
gonna
touched
ask
for a
him.
while.
I'm sure
Right.
that conversation happened last year,
You never
like,
know,
or during the
probably.
off season. You know, it was like,
Well,
hey,
it
we
it would
know
help,
you
the
got this.
playoffs don't count. He could have rested a game in the playoffs, just saying. They don't count.
Probably,
It's just
probably
regular
would have
season.
helped.
But I think after thinking about it now, that
Hmm.
if he breaks the record and he keeps going,
Hmm.
he's gonna play next season because he wants to keep on going.
Well, and
If
we
he doesn't
talked about
rest at all,
we talked
he's going
about
next season.
this how many episodes ago? Because we've kind of touched on this Brent Burns situation before he was re-signed. Actually, I think even.
Probably, yeah.
Um, yeah, that like he'll probably get like 5, 10 more games after he breaks the record, just to add some
Yeah,
runway
yeah.
for the next guy to try and break it.
Make it like
But
an
I
even
think,
number or something.
yeah, exactly. Just to really kind of cement his name for another 20 years or something crazy.
Mhm.
But I think after that, yeah, they're gonna have serious conversations about ice time, especially if his performance ends up going the way it did towards the end of last season, where like again he was playing with what most people would consider a ending injury, or a season-ending injury. Sorry, not career,
Mhm.
but like played through that, and it definitely hindered the team, especially with the weak defense that we had. So I wouldn't be surprised if after he gets through that record, add some padding, and they're like, all right, it's time to let some of the other guys come in. Let's see what we got. We'll give you some rest. Maybe do the whole 7D thing like we discussed before, where you can get like 5, 6 minutes of ice time here, and then just run the other 6 for the rest of the time.
So I don't think that
Way
he's
to go.
going to. I don't think he's going to just be like, yeah, I'll play 10 extra games and then we can do whatever. If he can
Hmm.
play, he's going to play. If it's his choice.
Right.
I mean, if Bedsy Sackett decide to go, nah, dude, you got your record, you're done now, then that's what they decide.
Yeah.
It also depends on,
Right.
because I mean, you want to bring in a 7th D. Who? At this point, everything behind the top 6 is unknown. Alex Gagne,
Right.
Christian Wolanin,
Yeah.
uh,
Hmm.
that guy from Philip, Noah Juleson. Yeah, everybody
Mhm.
behind him is an unknown. Everyone.
Right.
So
Well,
if
we're gonna
there's
get at some answers on probably at the preseason and like the first 20 games of the regular season.
sure, but again, regular season is different from what we'll see in camp and preseason. And it took
Right.
Malinsky a year and more to
Change.
find his footing into the NHL as a solid NHLer. You'd say the same thing about Sam Girard
Mhm.
when he was here. It took him a solid year to figure out his place in the NHL, and those guys are going to have
Yeah.
to do that too. Juleson's got some veteran status as a 7th guy, but Gagne's
Mhm.
young,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I don't think if he wins the cup, Burns retires. If he loses his Ironman streak, he retires. After that, I don't know.
That's
He was skating
That's
today
Yeah, I
with
mean,
Devontae's and Sam Girard.
he's healthy enough. He's a healthy enough dude. He could play another 5 years. I believe that.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a tank.
Yeah,
He's a
and
tank.
he's a health nut. He takes care of himself
Yeah.
very well.
He's got the fountain of youth in that backpack.
Yeah, I guess it all depends on what happens this season, but I mean, I would say that if he wins a cup, he'll retire, and he and if he doesn't take any time off after he wins his Ironman, he's gonna play again next year to keep on going with it, no matter what team it is. At that point, he's probably not even gonna give a shit what team he plays for. He just wants to keep going and just make it almost like an untouchable record.
Yeah.
Came this far, and I don't blame him. You came this
Nope.
far.
Ooh, bold prediction. Bold prediction for a year out from now. Brent Burns, if he doesn't retire, signs in San Jose. Back to his
Oh yeah, back to his team.
That would be.
Well, I
I
mean, he
was gonna
did
say,
start in
I think,
Minnesota, but
yeah,
That's
but
right.
San Jose was a team
Yeah.
yeah, San Jose was
back
where
in
he
the
was
J-
at.
was with
Where
Joe Thornton
he-
and everything back then. Yeah. I I wouldn't be surprised. I was gonna say, I think regardless of what happens this year, he's not gonna be an Av next year. Whether he retires or he goes to another team,
I can
I
agree with
think
that.
after this season, especially if
I
they win
agree.
the cup,
Yeah.
like, but it would be, again, it would be one of those nice little storybook endings if after this year he goes to San Jose,
I mean,
finishes it.
a lot of people are like fans are like, well, he's too old, blah blah blah. Like the coaches see something in him.
He's still effective.
He's super effective.
When he's not injured, he's still
And
effective.
everyone's like, well, he's had bad games. Everyone fucking has bad games, dude. Nathan McKinnon has bad games. Connor McDavid has bad games. It fucking happens. You know?
Seen bad games from McKinnon. It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
just
we saw
happens.
some-
They're human people forget they're human beings.
We
So-
saw some terrible games from Devon Taves the last couple of years. Terrible games.
The first half of the season, Devon Taves couldn't get it together last season.
Offensively, he wasn't great. Defensively, he was okay, but in the playoffs, defensively, he was stellar.
Yeah,
Absolutely stellar as fuck. Yeah, he's probably the best defenseman in the playoffs for us this year. Efficiency wise.
Yeah.
yeah.
I have to look
no,
into that. I like that
I disagree
analytics.
with that.
All right, you guys ready for the next one?
Yeah, he's
Let's do it.
Who's most likely to retire as an Av?
Who's most likely to retire as an Av?
Mm-hmm.
Landy.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like this question is pretty obvious, but
Landy, apparently Makar, and McKinnon.
yeah, like let's take it. Let's say Landy, Makar, and McKinnon are not a choice
Okay.
because
Out of not the All-Star or not the
Yeah.
the
Devon
stars.
Taves.
I was gonna say LOC.
that's what I was
LOC's a
gonna
good one
say.
too.
Logan O'Connor.
I'll say Devon Taves.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know.
Devon
I could
Taves he's getting kind of close too.
I could see Devon Taves. I don't remember how many years he has left on his contract, but I could see him pricing himself out for Colorado in
Oh, he just signed.
when
He
he
just
goes-
re-signed. He has like another. He's like 7-something million. I think 7 million for another like 4 years. I believe. 4 or 5
His
years.
contract through 30-31.
Yeah, so it's like 4 years.
Yeah, he's at 7.25.
Okay, then never mind.
I mean,
Yeah,
at that
he could
point,
probably
he's not
retire
even
in-
worth a trade. Might as well just keep him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
how I,
I
look
mean,
at Kadri right now. So
yeah. But the thing is with him, if he doesn't retire, after his Avs contract is up, he could sign a 1-year, 2-year deal anywhere. So
yes,
but yeah, Logan
okay,
O'Connor would be
so
my
he-
pick.
Well, he's 32 right now too. To be
Right.
completely honest with you.
yeah. That's why I said that's the
Good.
first one that came to mind. It's
Another
kind of like the core,
year.
besides those other 3 guys we mentioned. You know,
So I mean, I'd give you Devon Taves too. With
Yeah.
5 more years on his contract, he's only ever played for one other team, and that was 2 years in the Islanders. Yeah, his whole career has been here.
But
He's been
LOC's a great
staple.
pick too. He's just a little bit too young right now. Like you never
Yeah.
know.
He
Anyone could be
turned 30
traded.
today. Happy birthday, Logan.
Oh, that's right. And Wedgie's birthday too. He's 34.
34.
Yeah. Oh,
Heck
well,
yeah.
maybe not though. I forgot
Birthday
O'Connor. I thought
boy.
O'Connor was still in his 20s. Okay, that's fair. I could do
He's
either
just out
one.
of his 20s now.
Yeah.
But Logan O'Connor, he's got another 5 years on his deal, 6 years on his deal, and he could retire. He could find another contract somewhere when he goes because he's.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Even at 36, I mean,
Yeah.
LOC is a staple liner.
yeah.
Well, to be fair, also these guys can come back on just like a 1-day deal and just retire with the team.
Yeah,
true.
I mean, yeah, there's that. I
You
have
know?
feelings.
But if you're
Yeah,
gonna
but-
talk, if the question is if we're trying to pick a player,
Yeah.
Full
which is
career.
more challenging and makes more sense to answer. Yeah, like he's not going to be going to like Pittsburgh or San Jose, then come back to Colorado and retire, like what
Yeah,
Forsberg kind of did in a way, or
Right. Yeah.
some of these other
Like the
players.
players
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
going to retire at the end of
Right.
their
Right.
career, not do the 1-day deal thing.
Yeah, I think out of because I don't know if Devontae's has like no movement clauses and stuff like that. You
Oh,
got to
he
take
does.
that and you got to take that to granted too.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
like he could be like,
100%.
dude, I don't want to go nowhere. They can't trade him, so he could stay there till like basically the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
I
sure
would
he's
say
probably got-
Devontae's out of all of them, but LOC's definitely a nice pick too. I could definitely see him staying here for his whole career. He loves
I-
Colorado, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if Malinsky is another one of those.
I was thinking about him too.
I just like thinking about the timeline of all things, like once Taves does retire, I feel like it would be a Makar Malinsky top line at that point.
That'd be so
And then
nice.
what are you gonna do? Like, why would you go anywhere?
Yeah, like his yeah, you're right. Like his position on the team, he's a
Yeah, he's
I
solidified.
mean, yeah, and he'll get more money after those years are
Oh,
over. He's gonna get
100%.
he get like over $10 million.
Unless he plays hardball with his contract and prices himself out, Malinsky
Yeah.
can be in Colorado forever.
Yeah,
That could be
Because
any
he's
player
gonna-
though, but you
he's
never know.
going.
You never
He's
know.
going to command a hefty salary when he's up for his next contract. He will.
Oh,
He's-
absolutely.
He's only going to get better.
I mean, let's be honest. If it becomes a Makar Malinsky top pairing, that's gonna be like a $35 million pairing.
Maybe,
Yeah, could be.
That's
maybe.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot. Like the entire 2006 salary cap will just be going to your top 2 defensemen.
Yeah, they could definitely. Malinsky could definitely get over 10 in his next contract. There's no question.
Oh, 100%.
No question, it's
100%.
over 10. I mean, it could be already right now the way he's playing.
Yeah.
So.
He's a beautiful mix of Makar and Taves. Like, why wouldn't you want to
Yep.
sign that guy to
Yep.
big money?
What's the next one? That was a good
Who-
question, actually.
Who in the
Fun.
Central has the best chance to take the President's Trophy?
In the Central?
Yeah.
Shit.
Mm.
You know what, Connor? Do you have one?
I think a lot of this depends on the schedule. I mean, obviously, I want to lean towards Colorado just because they just did it, and I don't know if we've gotten much worse.
You have
than
to
last season.
analyze everyone's roster, right, Connor? I mean, like Dallas didn't
Yeah.
do much in the offseason.
Dallas
So-
got worse.
So let's take it from the bottom. We got Chicago, Nashville.
Pull it up.
Chicago. It's not going to happen. Bedard's
No.
out for some of the beginning of the season. They just their roster's just not there yet. Nashville's taking a step.
Well, even if he
forward.
played all 82, he's not again.
Yeah. Nashville took a good step forward, but I don't think they're quite President's Trophy roster
No.
yet.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Winnipeg.
Utah's not there
Winnipeg.
yet.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Utah. No.
Winnipeg has to keep their goaltender.
Yeah,
be able to
I
do
Winnipeg.
don't think
that.
they are. The Hellebuck's
with the-
getting traded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, whether or
You don't
not
think
he's getting traded, their season's shot because of the turmoil that's going to cause. Anyway,
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
him wanting to leave or them whatever that's going to cause turmoil. That never
The
goes well for a
controversy
team.
between Hellebuck and the
Yeah.
team. Yeah.
It's almost like the
Um,
Larkin situation in
Yeah.
Detroit.
Exactly.
Yeah, not nearly as bad, but
Or the
yeah, it's
Miko
almost like it.
situation.
No, not as nearly bad, right? That's
And
catastrophic.
you've got Utah again. Not quite there with the
They're fun.
roster yet. They're fun, but like goaltending is mid. I like Karel
Mhm.
Vejmelka, but Minnesota, Colorado, and Dallas after that, right? Am I missing somebody?
St. Louis.
Oh, St.
St.
Louis.
Louis.
Yeah, not a chance. No,
Yeah,
no
not
way.
a chance.
No
I mean,
way.
getting St. So that does help.
Do
My
what?
answer would be none of them. But if I had to pick one, I'd just pick Colorado because they just,
Yeah.
I think they have the
Exactly.
better roster than all the three
I-
top teams
I
right
think-
now.
I think Colorado has the best roster in the Central. I think Minnesota, with the Quinn Hughes saga
It's
going
top
on.
heavy.
Yeah, Minnesota's
Yeah.
top heavy, and they have the Quinn Hughes saga, the Hughes brothers thing going on, and that's always a back burner type of thing. They're
Yeah.
involved in this Dylan Larkin malarkey. And
Dylan
Dallas,
Malarkey.
I think Dallas took a step back. So I think Colorado has the best roster. I think everybody took a step back except for Nashville, who I think stepped forward, but not enough to take this division.
Right.
I think just based off rosters alone, not just in the Central, but kind of overall throughout the NHL, it looks so much more balanced. Then, obviously you have like your Vancouvers and Chicago's that are just dumpster fires.
Chicago's
for
not a dumpster fire. They're just not very good.
fair, okay,
Vancouver is a
regardless.
dumpster fire.
fair. But I feel like this just overall the teams look so much more balanced, at least from what we've seen so far. We'll see how the season plays out, with injuries and everything else, trades, whatever. But it's kind of hard to determine who's going to be in the President's Trophy spot at the end.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be a fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Central's
what
going to
would-
be a good balanced division. It's not going to be,
Yeah.
there's a lot of teams that, we'll get to the predictions. I don't want to say anything, but there's a lot of teams that you would think that would make the playoffs probably won't because of the
Yeah.
division that they're in. They just
Right.
they'll have a great season, but they won't get enough points to even make the wild card.
That's the
Yeah.
East. That's the Eastern Conference in a nutshell, right there.
Yeah.
The
that
entire
was
East
kinda
is
how-
looking over the Pacific Division, kind of like, why do you guys exist?
I mean, that was kind of how we all felt about San Jose last year. Was we were like Edmonton, Vegas, LA, and the Ducks all seem like they're a
Huh.
step ahead of them, and it'll be real hard for them to make it. They'll push, and they did. So that's yeah.
Didn't it come down to the last game of the season for them?
For the Sharks?
Yeah.
No, they kind of
who am
knew
I thinking
they actually shit the bed the last like 2 weeks before the season ended. They
That's right.
lost like
That's
5 or
right.
6 in a row or something like that, or at like 1 point in like 7
Yeah.
games. It was horrible.
It's
Yeah,
the wild,
that's
wacky
right, I
East
forgot.
that was down to the final
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Literally had to watch the last game of the season to figure out
Yeah.
what the playoff bracket looked like.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think the Pacific Division it got better. It's not going to be as bad as last year, but I think whoever's going to be the wild card team can't look at the wild card team in the Pacific. They got to look at the ones in the Central because I think most of those teams in the Central that are wild card, right, like Nashville, Utah, like they're better than teams in the Pacific. Like even like the Sharks, like Utah is probably a better team than San Jose, right?
I thought Utah.
Maybe.
I don't think Utah's better than San Jose. If we're just looking at the rosters, I don't think Utah's better. I think Utah's more exciting. Not even than San. No, I
I
can't
like
say that
Utah.
either.
I like Utah's roster better. I think they
I like
real quick. I don't want to get off track here, but the Truba
Like-
signing was
that was a bad mistake. That was a big mistake.
it's pointless for them.
It's
It's
a
a
big mistake.
pointless. It's a like Truba needs to go. Truba.
Jacob
He
Trouba.
played-
It
he
was just
signed
a
with
waste.
who?
It's a waste of money.
Who
San
did he
Jose.
sign with? He signed with.
The Sharks.
San Jose.
I disagree. I think that's a great signing.
Why?
I think it's a great signing for them, not for him. Like I think for someone like Truba could be in a position to play with maybe like Dallas or
Why?
Washington, a team that's
Why?
going to make the playoffs this year, not trying to be like an up and coming team.
I think.
I get
think
it,
San
money
Jose's
and
going to make the
everything, so-
playoffs. I think Truba's going to be a big part of them making the playoffs because I think Truba's going to go out and police the ice. When they hit Macklin Celebrini, they're going to answer to Jacob Truba. And
Well,
Truba
I have no
is
problem
a
with that.
heavy guy.
Yeah.
I think
mean,
that
So
I
you
think that there's
he's-
a plan
he-
there.
He was their insurance policy.
sure.
That's why they picked up Jacob Trouba. He's the insurance policy for all these young guys, all these young, fast, small guys that are just going to get wrecked otherwise by Vegas or
Like he would have made more. He would have
Carolina.
made like a lot more sense in Colorado than he would in San Jose.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Jacob
Just for his
Trouba.
physicality alone.
Yeah, I would have loved to have
I think
Jacob
Colorado
Truba's
is
physicality.
just fine physicality wise.
I don't
I
think
think
so.
they need to be a little bit more. They need more butt. They need more butt on their team, man.
Well,
All right.
They need a
have
hip
any more?
checker. No, that was our
Yeah.
last question.
I'm all good, guys. That's all we had. That's all I have today.
Yeah, I
They were,
think that's all we
they
got
were
for
good
the-
questions, man.
It was fun. This is a good
I
one.
love having questions when people ask us questions and stuff like that. I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, guys, if you have any more, by all means, drop a
Yeah,
question.
even a personal
know,
message. Just send us one. We'll
well,
answer it, dude.
yeah,
we need
yeah.
some content.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave comments. Leave your questions in the
Please.
comments on the videos. Leave them on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We'll find them there, or find
Excellent.
us on social media. Our Facebook page. You can leave us questions and comments there, please. Whatever you can, whatever you want to say.
Have fun.
All right, everybody.
Thanks again, guys.
Go Avs,
Been
go.
All
good.
right, guys. Later, guys.
I'll say